previously revealed that a garbage truck filled with trash was allowed to collect the dumpster from the scene before it was searched. The error made the search for the knife used in the gruesome attack that much more difficult. Chapin Sr. stated,
"What's up, guys? True Crime King back. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And all right, so we're gonna get into this video. So this guy goes into a bunch of stuff about the Kohberger case, and he basically is saying that he thinks Kohberger is innocent. He thinks there was other people there. He thinks Bethany is going to get Kohberger off, but he doesn't even know how to pronounce, the victims' names by now, right? So, like, for example, he just said Chapin or something, right? Everybody knows it's Ethan Chapin, right? I mean, that's how everybody has been pronouncing it since November. So obviously, this guy hasn't been following the case very much, or he would know how to pronounce these names by now at the very least, right? But let's see what else he's got. So here we go.
There's a lack of information from the University of Idaho and the local police, which only fuels false rumors and innuendos in the press and social media. Now, how...
Okay, there's a gag order in place, buddy. That's why all this information can't come out yet. There's going to be a trial unless Kohberger, admits his guilt, right?
One of the biggest cases in the state and probably the country is being handled in this manner by veteran police officers. Are all of these situations happening accidentally?
Well, remember that there's a gag order, bud.
Usually, the bigger the case, the more the police are trying to be extra careful not to ruin any evidence. So are we to believe that this 180-pound man with a PhD and no known history of violence, only a history of being quiet and quote-unquote weird, killed 4 people and left no trace of evidence?
No trace of evidence? He left his DNA on a knife sheath. What do you mean, bud? And, hold on. So you're saying that this tall, 5'10", skinny, withdrawn, isolated man couldn't kill 4 people? Okay. Well, what about all these school shooters that are withdrawn, right? You failed to mention that he had a big ass K-bar knife with him, right? And that these victims were mostly female and in their beds at the time, okay? So, of course, he could have done this. What the hell? Talking about...
No blood trail, and was able to escape that tiny community and allegedly return to the scene a few hours later and be undiscovered for a month and a half?
Okay. They didn't have anything until the DNA. They finally got a break with the DNA, right? They had the sheath, but then they had to figure out whose DNA it was that was on the sheath underneath the button. Then that's how they got Kohberger, okay, right?
Brian said from the beginning that he would be exonerated. Does he know something that the media doesn't want to share?
Everybody says that when they are charged with something. I mean, Scott Peterson, Chris Watts, they all say they're innocent until they're backed into a corner and presented with enough evidence that they can't get out of it, and then they take a plea deal or confess, right? I mean, come on. Most people aren't just going to let the police, oh, yeah, I'm guilty, just take me to jail. I mean, this is their life they're talking about, right?
He allegedly asked the police if anyone else had been arrested. With all the new information being revealed, how can we reject it?
And that's, okay, allegedly. No, but we don't know for sure if he really did say that. And if he did say that, who knows? He could have just been making that up, right? To throw the detective off the trail, right? That could all be a lie.
His statements. Now, the court demanded Bethany to come and testify. She filed a quash motion, meaning she doesn't want to, and explained why she doesn't want to. However, she recently agreed to be interviewed by Brian Kohlberger's defense team.
You can just tell this guy does not, he has not been following this case the whole time. He might try and say he has been, but I can tell because I actually have been, and I have proof because I have videos of every fucking day almost talking about this case.
Kohlberger's legal team stated that Bethany may have exculpatory evidence that can exonerate Kohlberger. If you watch my last video,
that could be anything, right? It could be, I've done numerous videos on this already, on the Bethany, so I'm not going to get into it. You can go watch my videos that I did do on Bethany if you want to hear about that.
I explained why Brian Kohlberger's charges could be dismissed, and his defense team has been sitting on exculpatory evidence that could benefit Kohlberger for.
But I'll say this, right? The cops have known what Bethany Funk has said and known since the day this has happened, when she gave a statement to the police, okay? So they already know all this, right? So that's why I am not worried one bit as to Kohlberger's guilt on this. I mean, they already know. The cops already know. There's just a gag order, and they're not going to say anything that's going to put the trial in jeopardy, right? And there's a gag order.
For a while now, Dylan's statements were included in the affidavit, but why did they not include Bethany's statements in that same affidavit? I'm shocked that they wouldn't include Bethany's statements, especially her allegedly being inside of the home when the crime occurred. Why is it that the defense needs to take the initiative to include Bethany's statements instead of the prosecution? Many people online speculated that Bethany allegedly saw a naked man running out of the house that night. However, a few people came out and said that this was not true.
Yeah, that was, as far as I know, that was fake. I've done some research on that, trying to, some of my subscribers brought that to my attention. But yeah, it was, as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, that was fake.
Is it possible there was more than one person? I wanted to examine the one person whose testimony many people...
I think this guy is just making this video for clickbait. Or maybe he does believe this, right? Because I know a lot of my subscribers do think Kohlberger's innocent. But I'm just, I don't believe that. I'm on the other side. I'm just giving the, how I feel, like I always do.
People online disregard it, except me.
We keep it real here at True Crime King.
Me, WSU mom. Remember, she stated that there was more than one person. Now, WSU mom stated...
This WSU mom is Kim from fucking Drunk Turkey Clowns. Even Drunk Turkey knew that this Kim girl was a fake clown. And Drunk Turkey are clowns. So, this guy is going to use Kim, the same Drunk Turkey Kim. This guy's probably a clown, too.
Stated that Ethan's siblings came over before the mainstream media even reported it. She also...
A source tells Inside Edition Digital that the two surviving roommates called Chapin's two siblings, who also attend the University of Idaho, to the home before calling police. Okay, they called Ethan Chapin's two siblings.
Also reported that there's been over 10 college deaths since February.
Do you know for sure that is what the phone calls?
What does that have any? Are you saying that all these college deaths are connected? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, that happens in every city in America, every day.
Were about when the roommates called at 8 a.m. and
I think what I heard and I'm not sure which of the girls said it.
This is Kim from Drunk Turkey. This is, so whatever she says is totally irrelevant in my opinion.
Was they were getting rid of everything in the house. They were cleaning the house, which would explain the damn shoe prints. Because I'm almost 100% sure the TA guy doesn't wear bands. College kids, frat kids wear bands. Like, come on, right?
You go back. I've done a video, a reaction to this when she was on Drunk Turkey. I mean, she's changed her story. First, she said, she has inside information that she knew this was like a trap house, which is totally wrong. She doesn't even know what a trap house is. But I encourage you to go back and look at some of my other videos.
And then to say that Murphy was found in a bedroom with Kaylee but didn't have a speck of blood on him. Are you kidding me? The smell would have just bowled you over.
How do you know, Kim? How do you know the smell? How do you know? Have you been around a lot of dead bodies, Kim? Come on.
It doesn't take 4 hours. So
So I don't know.
It doesn't take 4 hours for what? What do you...
I think they were coming up with the narrative.
So you know for sure there were
she doesn't know anything.
other guys that stayed overnight.
I know that there were other guys there. I don't...
She says she does know there are. How do you know, Kim? How? This Kim girl is just an attention-seeking Karen. I mean,
told me
I'm just not going to speak on it anymore. It just pisses me off.
that he was a triplet and that his brother was there.
Hunter.
That some of these people do this to try and get attention. It's just so ridiculous.
Chapin, yeah, he was. That all happened, and the
See, at least she pronounced Chapin right, you know?
the roommates were just asleep.
They weren't asleep. They were awake. They heard it all. They knew who it was.
Okay, we now know, we already knew Dylan wasn't asleep, but now everybody knows Bethany wasn't asleep because she came, we all know now, okay? We saw it in the documents. I did a video on that too.
And I don't know, in translation, if there saw 3 people inside and 1 outside watching. She loves it. But it is so out of control. Well, 10.
She just said three guys inside and 1 outside. Kim, I hope you see this. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Kids have since last, February?
10
That I know. At U of I. After San Martinez.
And Drunk Turkey doesn't even believe you. I mean, that's how uncredible you are.
Now, why isn't the mainstream media covering this? How come we haven't heard about all of...
Because there's a gag order, bro. Come on, man. What else? They are I mean, Banfield just keeps going over the same thing because there's nothing really else to go over. We've already been over just about everything we can without violating the gag order. And that's why the mainstream media isn't covering it. Everything's out there. Come on, buddy.
of these deaths?
Everything's out there that can be out there without violating the gag order.
That's happened to these college kids in this college town. Can we really say that there weren't more people involved? Who could these people be? I think there's...
Well, why? Yeah, see, he's putting up 3 because Kim said there was 3 people. Kim. Who wasn't there. Who Drunk Turkey had on their show and she proved she was a lunatic on there. So it's just ridiculous. But I just thought this was we're doing a Monday clown show, I guess. As far as I'm concerned, I've never seen this guy before, Casper, but I totally disagree with him. I know Isabel and a couple of my subscribers, that's fine. I don't care if you have another opinion. But if you're gonna be a creator and put all this information out there like this, at least have something to back up what you're saying. Kim is saying all this stuff, and how does she? She is just making it up, as far as I'm concerned, and she just wants attention, and she's a lunatic. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you found it interesting. I did. But until next time, guys, True Crime King out.